All right, folks, welcome to another pre-US Tuesday, the 4th of April, and just turned 10 o'clock here. We had Eurozone PPIs come out. Nothing too spectacular. It's tier 3 data. But, indicative that, year on year, 13.2, miss on 13.3, month on month, negative 0.5 on expectations, negative 0.3. So feeding into that inflation is receding. These raw input costs are receding, and good if you want to get a house build or a big old capital project underway, maybe. Anyway, looking across on these markets here, we'll just get rid of the DAX as we look through to the US session. And let's just really focus on the S&P 500 here. And we're seeing really that, we lovely push to target there yesterday, 41.56 as we had this on. It's identified in our tech call yesterday. Then splash back, test the bottom of the gap, re-up on the longs, bid up to here, done and dusted. Lovely trading to be had, all right? Lovely trading. And this is why we track the gaps even after they have been closed. And so, look, we're holding IB up here today. Another attempt to get into CVAL here, 41.56s. You can't sell these markets where they are, just don't do it. I think, look, target up here and some higher areas, 41.83's half. There's going to be a lot of kind of scaling out of longs at 41.78. I don't know how much of a pullback it's going to be, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do this, then we're probably going to do this, and then we're probably going to do this. Okay, over the course of this week and probably today and tomorrow. So that's what we're looking at on the S&P here. To look out onto the daily movement, you've kind of got trends within trends here. So here's the here's a minor trend in the pink, and yesterday putting in that low and rallied up, and so today, can we tag on another push to the major downtrend here? Well, actually, sorry, this is kind of the major downtrend at the moment. The highs here from August last year to the highs that we put in on February this year, that trend is going to be coming in. And so you see this lovely wedge pattern here, sort of actually it's called a pennant, right? And so I think as the flag on this is kind of to the downside, I think we will exit to the downside, but that's a much bigger trade. All right, we can do a world of day trading in between that occurrence. But the more we push up to this trend, the more I am kind of then weighing potential swing shorts in mind. And I did have a nice swing short for a few days over the banking crisis, pre the banking crisis and then through the banking crisis on the DAX. So let's see if we can maybe get something like that out of the S&P. It's going to have to really probably set up even a bit higher than this trend for that to be interesting. But, the more we kind of press here, then any pullbacks really should be then bought on 41.18s to continue with a breakout. But look, it's getting a bit complex there, right? So for now, look, stay long. I like it. Dollar, she's going to come down. The euro is going to bust the groove to the upside here. And it's just a matter of time. Lovely pullback onto PVH spot 09500s here this morning. We're looking to get in on this breakout, essentially on this area here on the euro. So tally ho to the upside. We've already hit that target 09745s this morning. I think we can go on to hit spot 10255s as well. And dollar, if I show you the Dixie on a daily bar chart here, we can kind of see, that's the Dow. We don't need the Dow. Let's just get rid of that. Show the Dixie daily. Here we are. It's actually monthly bar charts here. We'll go down to something like a day here or a week maybe. Yeah, weekly bar charts. So we're kind of really just breaching this pennant here on the dollar. And I think we can go down a bit lower. So we're really going for the swing trade long on the euro here, guys. That's what we're trying to attempt to get into today. Oil, you might say, well, why aren't we trading? When is $100? When is the big round figures coming in? Well, the gap is holding here on the daily bars on oil right now. I'm actually short on the top. This pennant this trend here came into play, as you can see this morning, confluent with about 8103s. we saw really decent resistance on that yesterday. And, yesterday would have been the day that most retail and a lot of buyers would be in the market trying to just get higher and higher, and unsophisticated money would be thinking, well, we're going straight to $100. Definitely not the case. And so when we test this trend again this morning, I just thought, well, you know what, let's sell this and see what we can get out of it. And like maybe we can get back in the gap and kind of close the gap and maybe trade 76s and then rally. But I don't think we're going to get to 100 without a pullback to 76 14s and maybe even close the gap at 75 67s, tie it up in a bow, and up we go. Tie it up in a bow and up we go. Yeah, all right. So here we are. SPOOs pressing on the highs. Nasdaq pressing through new highs at the moment. Dow kind of asleep at the moment. The Dow is a gentleman's market really, so they're going to take a while there to buy that thing. And Euro now pressing back towards the highs. You can't fight it. You got to stay with it. So unfortunately I was in this. I had to get out over the PPIs because we had a lot of slippage on our Euro trades yesterday in the group. So didn't want to hold this over PPIs in case we had a shocker. Anyway, it's leaving the train station without me. That's all right. What else to tell you? Not really anything else here to tell you today. Listen, we got Jolt's job openings coming at 3 p.m. GMT time. What's that? It's about 10 a.m. for the US, Chicago, New York traders. And it's pretty much a quiet one. We got, Fed Governor Cook, FOMC's Rosengren as well, talking this evening. But it's pretty quiet. So I'm actually off the markets all day tomorrow and a half day on Thursday. I'll be on for the US session on Thursday. And then we have Good Friday coming up where we're going to be trading NFP. So the only markets that are officially open for NFP this Friday are the futures markets. And guess what we do here in Duggan Capital? We trade the futures markets. All right, listen, have a great one. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.
Apollo 11, this is Houston. You are confirmed to go for orbit. Roger.